What the hell?
Yeah, if you give up a touchdown, you gotta forget that because you can't let that ruin your day. Yeah, 100%. Turn it up. Deshaun Watson has been named the starter for Week 1 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Todd Monken and the decision and how he arrived at that decision.
Deshaun is going to start against Jacksonville. Put in the full body of work over the course of season, training camp, to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on. Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball, score points. I mean, that's really what it's about. And felt that way going in the last game, but wasn't sure. And after we talked as a staff, and after we re-looked at everything, it's going to go that direction.
Monken said Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. Well, here's the stat line versus the Bills. 5 of 12, 36 yards, 0 points, 4 receptions. Given Ocho, you felt this way the entire offseason. You said that if they don't release Deshaun by June 1st, Deshaun Watson's going to start because that's too much money involved. Guys that make that kind of money don't sit the bench, at least to start the season. And so you've always felt this way. I feel they should have released him in the offseason. Once I realized, hold on, this thing going to cost them somewhere between 85 and $100 million if they count makes immediately. I said, nah, he ain't going anywhere. He starts the season. Like I said, Sean gave them the best opportunity to score points on the road and win ball games. The first 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. Ocho, yes, you're not going to be surprised by this decision. But what do you think really went to the decision? He said he and the staff. I don't believe he and the staff had any say in this. They came up with an 8th grade, and they made a decision, and he says, okay, man, made this decision.
Listen, I told you, obviously the coach, I'm not saying he's a puppet. I'm not saying that, but I knew all along. For one off to know that Deshaun was going to start simply because of the money that's owed to him this season. That's it. So understanding that, Todd Monken is in a tough position. He didn't answer the question like he really wants to answer. You know, saying that based on his performance, that we feel he gives us our best chance to win. But if you look at the numbers, that's not the person that gives you the best chance to win. We know the call is coming from upstairs. Now, I understood that call will come upstairs based on the person that writes that check. We plan the person that's making the most money start as the starting quarterback for our team. And I said it as soon as before the season started. When they went to training camp, I said, it's Deshaun Watson's job to lose. It's his job to lose. So they're going to allow him to start. And they have 2 games on the road. I'm hoping, I'm not sure what's going to happen with those 2 games. Hopefully he goes to the ball. But if he doesn't, their first home game, the 3rd game of the season, if it's not going well, at that point a change will be made. Mark my words, I haven't been wrong yet. Since basketball season, I haven't been wrong yet. Listen to me, Joe. Stay with me. I know you're frustrated because you ain't been right yet. But I tell you, I'm not trying to be rude. If the 3rd game does not go the way it should, a change will be made going into week 4. I'm telling you right now ahead of time.
So you think a change will become as soon as week 3? You didn't give a chance to. You saying they ain't gonna get. Okay, the only way Deshaun can get through this fucking Ocho is if and guess what? Game 3 they still gonna boo him. Yes, they still gonna boo him.
Hold on, one he in the clear now.
Yeah, nah, they gonna boo him. I don't care what happened, Ocho. They gonna boo that man.
Joe, we don't care about the booing. He ain't got time to be worried about no.
Yeah, did you hear the man?
Joe, it's football season. He don't have time to be worried about those moving. You got to go in there and perform. That's it.
I agree.
They gonna boo no matter what. Man, that cures booing is winning and performing. That's it. And if you perform well, the wins will come. The booing will stop.
Hey, if I'm scared, I'm in LA with my feet kicked up, got a pina colada jumping. You hear me? Yeah, that is. I'm so glad to be out this mess, man. I can't. Hey, listen. I still can't understand that Uncle Ocho. I mean, I understand that the guy make a lot of money, but Todd Monken said he gives them the best chance to put points on the board. That's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie, Ocho. He put no point on it. He put any points on the board. He got an opportunity. That's what I'm trying to say. How many points scoring drive has Deshaun scored? How many points have they scored? So it's kind of hard for me to believe anything Monk can say from here on out. Here, he said it was performance based. Now, you know what, guys? This strikes me as a decision, Ocho, as that I'm wrong and I don't want to admit I'm wrong. So you know what's the wrong? We already gave it to him. He has a it's okay. I love a coach that loves me when he's wrong. He said, you know what? Coach Belichick was notorious for that. He'll move on up here. Sean Payton said, you know what? I didn't give Russell Wilson this money, but this is not the quarterback for us. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Yes. Green Bay said, we understand and we appreciate what Aaron Rodgers has done for us. 4 MVPs, a Super Bowl MVP, and he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. There is no question about that. Right now, this kind of it seems to me that Jimmy G has him and Andrew Barry. They're not ready to move on. The fan base does not want this. The fan base is what pays all the bills. Well, a lot of the bills, not all the bills, a lot of the bills. They made it abundantly clear. I wish Deshaun nothing but the best. I hope he can go out there and perform and get some have some resemblance of himself. I don't see it. Just hard for me to see a guy that's played 5 years and had 19 games in 5 years ever getting back to what he once was. And in this league, you can't be half of yourself and be as good as you once were. And so I think it's going to be an uphill climb for him. I agree with you, Joe. It's just going to be hard for Todd Monken to convince that locker room. And this was his decision. I know it sounds like, me and the staff got together, but it's just hard for me to believe Deshaun has been part of 1 touchdown drive on the season. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first drive. That was the first game they played. They ended up getting a touchdown on one of the drives that he was the quarterback in. But hey, if I'm Deshaun, Uncle Ocho, I'm just looking at this. I'm taking it 1 game at a time, but I know this leash I got. I know it's short. You know what I mean? Hey man, I'm going balls to the wall. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I watched Deshaun play throughout this preseason, Uncle Ocho, he hasn't seen. It seemed like every pass that he make, it has pressure on it. You know what I mean? He don't look like he real comfortable and fluent in that pocket and just, you know what I mean? It's like every pass, it's like everything that he does, he's like with it, and it's like he's telegraphing. Man, you gotta flood this, get it going, young fella. It's like, at least you got an opportunity. That's all. And if I'm sure, hey man, you gotta keep being patient, man. You gotta keep being patient. Keep being patient and stay ready.
Your time is gonna come. It's gonna come, especially if things don't go right. Those first 3 weeks, that time gonna come sooner than later. For Deshaun, I think it's imperative that a supporting cast play to the best of their ability. When it comes to those receivers, always in the right place. Always being in the right place, on time, doing everything within the scheme of the offense. Running back, tight ends, Fanning gonna do his thing. At the receiver position, Concepcion, everyone else that's been looking at training camp, they have to be on point. Deshaun Watson is only going to be as good as his supporting cast. Jerry Judy, to show a resemblance of how you was at Alabama. It's now. It's now to ensure that your quarterback is on point, because he's only going to go as far as they do. That's it. He can only control so much. So it's up to them. It's up for his supporting cast to go out there and show out, and for Deshaun not to be gun shy. Don't be gun shy. You got to play football.
I don't know. I agree with Joe. He just hasn't looked comfortable. Joe. Everything is just he doesn't look smooth. He doesn't look like the Deshaun that I'm used to seeing. And I don't know what causes that. I don't think his offensive line is very good. So whoever is backing quarterback is going to be under duress a lot during this season. Those first two games, Jacksonville and the state of Florida, I don't know. Maybe they come home, maybe they stay down there because in Jacksonville and then right down the road is Tampa. So I don't know how they're going to handle that situation. But both of those teams, I think, especially Jacksonville, can get out their quarterback. Tampa, not so much, but they're very, very physically team on the side of the ball. Baker's looking to make a name for himself. Let's see, first, I'm not concerned about their defense. The defense is the last thing that's on my mind when it comes to Cleveland. But I do know this: if the offense continuously goes 3 and out, it'll wear that defense down, and then the teams, offensive teams, will have their way with that defense. It's just the way it goes. I'm scouring and looking. I think everybody is shocked by this decision based on how Deshaun has played. I don't think anybody thought that it's like, oh man, this is a great decision. Deshaun was so much better. And it's like, well, Deshaun Shador wasn't that much. I just think Ocho and Joe, I just think it's really, really hard for someone to show you how much better they are than someone else when we're splitting the reps. Because one thing, as a football player, as an athlete, you need rhythm. And it's hard to get rhythm, Ocho. You go 3 plays, I go 3 plays. You go 2 plays, I go 2 plays. You get 1, I get 1. It's just hard for me to get a rhythm like Licky.
Hey, Shelly.
4-1-2, everybody. 4-1-2.
I don't like nobody playing with Pittsburgh. I don't like nobody disrespecting Pittsburgh. Like, you gotta hold that shit up and hold that shit together. Because we like the first ones. The energy towards Pittsburgh is literally like, just see how the Pittsburgh so it's all day. I don't like nobody playing with Pittsburgh. I don't like disrespecting Pittsburgh. Like, you gotta hold that shit up and hold that shit together. Because we like the first ones. The energy towards Pittsburgh is literally like,
Real talk. I'll see you at home.
Quería presumirte por el auto que tienes dentro. ¿Qué le parecen $1000? Soy mexicano. ¿Qué más das? ¿Ilegal o no? Ok, pues quédate con tu auto.
Before we get on sound check, see if you can get that somebody to do. I mean, man, get ask him to do that, Lord. Pittsburgh does have some classic joints. Yeah, there's some classic Pittsburgh joints. Why not set it up to where you have a DJ, right?
Simone, you guys an asshole. Those chicks staring at my ass all day. Hell no! No ghetto ass Los Santos shitholes from my end. Someplace muy bonita.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
No, absolutely.
dude,
Of course. Whenever. Just let me know.
You gonna talk about anything he did?
Genius to the one person who's been the live stream. Much love to you.
Let's go down to the range later and fire off a few rounds. Yeah, he and your bitch are gonna have mutant ball-sack children.
Boy, Johnny,
Yeah, man. Happy birthday.
let me show you guys my badge.
Frankly, I think you'll be blown away.
Okay?
Honestly, you haven't seen my best work, and I'd really like another chance to. Well, next time I hope to. I am. Thank you anyway.
It looks blacker.
Look out!
Man. I was too excited. I actually took that picture myself. See, you have to take the picture yourself and then send it in to the company, and the company will approve that for your photo ID badge. They gave us a tour of the facility today. I seen the weed. I seen the
Nobody playing on my
and we're not allowed to have our phones on us while working. Only when we go on break.
Fuck this shit.
So we have to turn our phones back in whenever we come off a break. The reason why we can't have our phones on us is because, one, we're technically working around medicine. So therefore, HIPAA law is in place. That's the Privacy Act. Two, they also don't want people sending pictures to rival companies on how they process and do all this shit. They don't want you selling their information to a rival company.
They all basically use the same shit at the end of the day. Even the lights, it might be a different brand, but it's the same shit at the end of the day. It's doing the same bullshit as all lights. It just matters if it's LEDs or HPSs, which I know we were still using them. I don't even know if they phased them out over there.
No fucking sense.
I always thought they should have done a mix of it. I always said y'all should. I was like, if y'all want to cut down on these HPSs, why don't y'all try a room where y'all hang some of the LEDs and take out some of the HPSs and have a mixture of HPS and LED growth and see what that does.
All right, MCA. Much love, MCA. I'm glad you stopped by, MCA. I'll see you next time.
I need to do.
Is this for real?
Hypnotism is about to fuck off and become something more extreme. What? You somehow hit a growth spurt at 3 years old, Irish Angel, and instead of being the world's shortest giant, you become the world's smallest beanstalk. The world's tallest diabetic.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm cutting that AC off right now.
Oh, can I see your timber, Irish Angel?
Oh,
How big's your timber, Irish Angel? Do you lick it? Do you flick it? Do you flick your... Get out of here, Ruby. It was it. Oh, that's my headphones. I might as well put one in until somebody decides to come on the panel.
oh man, that feels better already.
Here I have both the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Chase Sapphire Reserve, which have both undergone massive refreshes over the past year or so, with new earning categories, credits, benefits, and more. And before those changes, it was pretty clear that the vast majority of people should only have the Chase Sapphire Preferred and not the Reserve. But now, with the new welcome offer rules across both cards and the point redemption restrictions on the Preferred, that may not be true anymore. That's why today I want to directly compare all of the key features of both of these cards to help you decide which one of these is best for you in your current situation, and also explore the idea of whether or not it's worth upgrading to the Sapphire Reserve for at least a short stint, or maybe if you should actually have both of them long term. So let's dive into that comparison, starting with the foundation, falling back to throughout the rest of this video, the annual fee. The Sapphire Preferred is one of the most popular travel credit cards in existence, and a big reason for that is that it has an affordable $95 annual fee. Even with the base welcome offer of 75,000 points, you can cover the annual fee on it for 7+ years, making it easily justifiable for folks. Its big brother, on the other hand, not so much. The Sapphire Reserve costs a whopping $795 per year, making it the second most expensive consumer card on the market, second to the Amex Platinum. That number alone is exactly why so many people have completely written off the Sapphire Reserve, and let me be clear about this, I do not blame you for doing that. There is only a very small number of people who should consistently pay that much money for a credit card, but the operative word there is consistently. There are some very strong reasons as to why you should maybe even consider paying for that one for 1 year, but we'll get into them later. No matter what here, one thing is certain. You have to find ways to get more value from the cards and those annual fees. And the first way to do that is through earning rates. Ever since I started this credit card game, there has been one main thing that people rag on the Sapphire Preferred for, and that's that its earning categories heavily overlap with the Chase Freedom cards, anything substantial on top. But thanks to the recent refresh, it's actually competitive now, giving you 5x on travel through Chase's portal, 3x on dining, online grocery stores, streaming services, and newly added gas, EV charging, and vacation homes. It also gives you 2x on all other travel, and then partner rates like 5x on Lyft and 5x on Peloton purchases over $150, and then 1x on everything else. Yes, it's still annoying that we only get 3x back on online groceries, not in-person groceries, but the addition of gas, EV charging, and vacation homes is massive. It just makes it that much easier to recommend this card as a daily driver. The Sapphire Reserve, on the other hand, is a bit more targeted at travel, which makes sense, giving you 8x on travel through Chase's portal, 4x on flights and hotels booked directly, 3x on dining, 5x on Lyft, 10x on Peloton purchases over $150, and 1x on everything else. While the rates on both of these cards are solid, they can't make up a $95 or especially a $795 annual fee, and love them or hate them, our best chance at doing that is with the credits that these cards have, starting with the Sapphire Preferred. At just $95, we don't expect a ton from it, but it's surprisingly easy to justify because, first and most importantly, because you get an annual $100 Chase Travel Hotel credit, which completely covers that fee. You do have to use Chase's portal to activate it, but that is par for the course with these hotel credits these days, so it's not a massive deal to me. And if you want to maximize it, you could actually use it in combination with points on that Chase Travel booking, leaving exactly $100 to be paid in cash, triggering the credit with $0 actively out of pocket. Second, you get $120 towards global entry, TSA PreCheck, or Nexus every 4 years, and at only a $30 annual value, it's nothing crazy, but having access to one of these on a $95 annual fee card is by no means guaranteed with other issuers, so I'm really happy that Chase added this. By the way, I almost always recommend you go global entry over TSA PreCheck, unless you literally never plan to fly abroad, since it lets you skip the customs lines when re-entering the US and actually has PreCheck attached to it too. Third, this card gives you complimentary Apple TV, a $156 quoted value, which is great if you have some shows that you want to watch from them. Speaking of, we just finished Ted Lasso a couple of nights ago, and man, that's an awesome show. Fourth, the Sapphire Preferred has a couple of DoorDash benefits, including a $20 DoorDash Dash Pass subscription, which covers a lot of the fees that you would pay without it, and $10 per month in non-restaurant DoorDash credits. Adding all of that together, you get up to $370 in value per year from a $95 card, which is an awesome trade. And even if you completely disregard the DoorDash benefits, as many people do, you'd still get a positive $45 in value every year, so it's a thumbs up from me. Now, real quick, I want to tell you about a tool that caught my attention because it can be used to help you hit big credit card minimum spend requirements without changing how much you actually spend. Melio, today's sponsor, is an online payment platform built for small and medium-sized businesses, and it lets you charge almost any expense to your card, even with vendors that don't accept them, and Melio will just send a check or bank transfer on your behalf. So now if you're staring down a $30,000 minimum spending requirement on a card like the Capital Venture X Business, Melio opens up many more opportunities for you to hit that without changing how you run your business. I will note that to do this, there is a small processing fee, but between the points that you earn and the extended cash flow of up to 45 days, it can definitely be worth it. Melio works the other way too, by the way. Beyond paying vendors, you can issue invoices and get paid even faster. Your clients can pay by card or ACH with no sign up on their end, and everything syncs automatically with QuickBooks or Xero, so you're not manually reconciling anything. On top of that, you get same day ACH, instant transfers, and Pay international vendors in USD or their local currency at competitive rates, but with bank-level security protecting your info. Manage it all from your phone too, approving invoices and sending money to go. And setup only takes a couple of minutes, so go try it for yourself for free with the link in my description and schedule your first payment today. Thank you to Melio for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into the content. Moving to the Chase Sapphire Reserve now. It's going to feel like we're entering a whole new space.
Oh, yeah, yo.
Click a page on Advanced to play with this one, adding a laundry list of
Hey, man, y'all have a good day out there. Y'all hear me? I know there ain't no one even watching.
But there is technically more value to be added and X from the new Sapphire Reserve, so let's bring in the largest credit of the bunch is up to $500. Edit collection hotels exchange rate. Unfortunately, like many of these credits, you can't use all of that on the go. It's actually split into $250 accounts, but that's in the annual accounts. You just have to be done in two separate locations. Also, it's used each to get to that. So, for those unaware, the collection is Chase's luxury hotel collection, similar to lifestyle hotels. By looking on those properties, you're going to get added perks like a property credit, upgrades, daily breakfast.
Many mistakes. So in this video, I'm going to tell you all the things that I've learned to do or not to do, and whether or not you do these things could be the difference between a miserable trip or one that's actually doing. I'll cover everything I've been doing before the fight, during, and how to get over jet lag afterwards. But I'm also going to actually bring you on the flight with me so you can see what transit from another. You see these and I slept for I'm outside walking without doing it. Premium would be this price. So typically the premium upgrade is about $1,000 more round trip, $500 more for this specific route. Virtually, this is how much I paid for my ticket. But if you can be flexible with your dates, it can save you a lot of money. These flight prices can vary hundreds of dollars from one day to the next. So definitely looking far in advance and search multiple dates for your route. So let me know in the comments if you think that is worth that price difference to upgrade to premium. Personally, I think premium is worth the upgrade. So it is a very long and expensive program. But I do this twice a year because it's important for me to see family, to see my parents. So for me, it's worth that price. It's worth the trip. Here are 2 other videos from my channel. Thank you for watching this video.
So that's how a lot of these travel people, you think they have money? No, he just showed the truth right there. His parents are fucking millionaires in America, so he is a trust fund baby. He's probably living off of their fucking, shit, I was just watching videos on it. Their residuals on their dividends. That's what it is, dividends. He probably just getting their dividends check and fucking traveling and doing whatever he wants. Which that's the way to do it. There's a lot of people that will screw that up, man. But you can leave your family set to be millionaires forever if you just set up a trust and, you know, they do the same thing as you is, hey, just live off the dividends, never touch anything. If anything, add to it. Never sell the stocks and shit like that, and never fuck with it. Just let it keep building. Just set it up for 50, 100 years, as long as no one fucks it up. But a lot of people would fuck it up and take all that. I've seen it all the time, man. There's a lot of dumb people in society, man. I just watched this one video. The dude got $100,000 from his dead grandpa and went to buy a Mercedes Benz. It's just like, bro, what are you doing? For one, you got to understand maintenance on vehicles like that too. It's not just about like, oh, I have the money, I'm gonna buy it. No. Those are different. You can't just work on them with the same tools that we sell in America. So therefore, you're gonna have to buy all new tools if you want to do the shit yourself. Then you're gonna have to order the shit from fucking Germany. All your parts and everything is gonna come from Germany. So you're gonna be waiting. Simple oil changes for those cars are fucking over $1,000. And what, an oil change for a regular car is not even, what, $100, I don't even think. I would never Even as someone like I could totally do that if I wanted to go and buy a fucking Mercedes Benz and you know, get a loan on it, shit like that. I could do that right now. I just think that's so stupid. I'm just going to buy a car that's reasonably priced for what I feel we need. I don't think there's no reason to sit there and have to
I love you, but I think we need to take a break. Things aren't working. If you like smartphone games like Digifarm, try the new spin-offs, available on the iPhone phone and drone and all overpriced taxes.
It's time to head back to the States. I polled the subscribers to this channel fairly recently, and I asked for suggestions on the best way to get back from home. The overwhelming majority of you said I should try Philippine Airlines' new service to JFK. I think it's like the longest flight in the world. Although I'm sure we've flown that status from travels from these days. The service is on an A350. I can't wait. I'm super fortunate because I'm flying business class. And the hospitality is half as nice in the air as it's been here on the ground. And this is going to be an epic journey.
so they've been flying that one for a while, huh? They're just maybe they're getting more of them now. I'm gonna have to do some research because I've seen some really good rates on Philippines Airlines where definitely competitive. And if all I got to do is get to San Francisco, that's no problem. I can take United to San Francisco all day. How many? I'm about to look at that. How many United flights there are a day from?
The lounge had a very nice collection of models from airlines that serve Manila.
How many United flights are there a day from Pittsburgh?
United Airlines offers approximately 25 to 30 daily non-stop flights from Pittsburgh, but the number can vary depending on the day.
If you like travel in airplanes,
okay. San Francisco is only 1 to 2 a day. Los Angeles is 0 to 2 a day. Houston's 2 to 3. Well, you can see where the areas they service. Denver is a lot. New York and Chicago is the highest, of course. I would have thought San Francisco would be a little bit more up there.
I've flown to Delta, Malaysia, and Singapore and theirs, and I'm excited to add a new carrier to my list. And here's my seat, 8K. It's incredibly well designed. Passengers arrive to find a pillow and a very nice blanket. There's plenty of storage, an essential component of any ultra-long-haul seat. And if you're traveling... Hi, White.
Gotta be a different kind of basically football with people. Growing up in Pittsburgh is tough. It's gritty. You gotta have a different kind of edge to you. The city is built on all the guys still working, willing to do anything to make sure that there was food on the table. And that's how football's played in Western PA. There's no excuses. It doesn't matter if it's 95 degrees in August or if it's 10 degrees in November. You gotta show the work at the next level. And you guys are not just showing up to get the gear. They're showing up, they're earning playing time for and taking spot. They're earning.
Although, I'd recommend trying to get an odd numbered window seat because they're a bit more private. Philippine Indian offers you will be Manila to Bangkok to Manila sa palabas. Very similar siya to your Philippine airline TV, basically, kung sleep mo, yun pa rin naman siya. Then you have your table here. So, ang table mo screen palabas. Very similar to, if I'm not mistaken, Aria mo, kasi Colin Airspace, Aerospace ang gumawa ng seats mo. Then you have your seats here. Tingnan natin yung paa mo. You can put your bag here and under, walang problema. Then you also have a storage here. No other storage mo. For example, you can open your here. Wait lang po here for your measure pad, nails. Ito po, seats are court, di ba? Yung mga JFK nilang route. Maganda siya. Very private ka. If you wanna sleep, matulog ka. Tapos I love the nights. It's very Philippine.
Bro, if I could really find one of them flights for only 35, 3600, I'll do it. I'll fly Philippines airline if it's gonna be under $4,000 round trip. I'll do it. See, I think it would bump up for the round trip just because I gotta get from Pittsburgh, but I can move some things around. Like if I go out of San Francisco, I got like six. I haven't looked at it, but I got like 60K United points that I can probably switch to a free economy flight to San Francisco and back, probably, or close to at least one way is going to be free, and then the other way would only be like $300. Which I know that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. $300 is a lot of money. Won't act like it's not, but when you're thinking about long distance traveling, San Francisco to Pittsburgh, I mean, if you want to drive that, you're going to spend way more than that. And good luck on the bus or the train. That's going to take long. The bus is going to be a horrible ride all the way to California. Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine that. I've taken an 8-hour bus ride, and that was like, dude, get me off of this shit. I've taken long plane rides, and I've said, get me off this shit, especially if you're in economy on a long haul flight. It's like, bro, kill me or get me off now.